The tank engine, for its size, is the most versatile thing on rails. And the tender engines are responsible for all the passengers and heavy goods that arrive on the island of Sodor. This is NWR Stories. Rosie's replacement. Knapford Station is one of the main stations on the island of Sodor. It is where many of the important trains leave to go to either Vickerstown or to other parts of the island. One such train is the Express pulled by Gordon. Another train that runs through Knapford Station is Thomas's Branch Line Special, where an extra coach is attached to Thomas's train because some passengers traveling on Gordon's Express like to travel on the branch line. So then the coach is coupled up right behind Clarabelle, and Thomas sets off for his branch line. Other trains that leave here are either small locals pulled by either D261 or James Edward or any other engine that isn't busy. However, none of these trains would be possible if it wasn't for a station pilot, which is an engine that shunts the trains into the platforms and grabs the coaches when it is time for the trains to go. Knapford's first station pilot was Thomas when he arrived on the railway in 1915. He brought coaches into the yard for the bigger engines to take away on long journeys. Then in 1925, when Thomas went to run the Farquhar branch line, Percy was the station pilot until about 1955. 1955 was when Duck arrived on the railway, and he became the station pilot till about 1967, when he went off to run the Augsburg branch line. But after 1955, there wasn't a station pilot for about 17 years. In 1972, Sir Charles Topham Hatt, aka the second Fat Controller, brought Rosie from the harbor to act as the station pilot, where she remained for the last 50 years. One morning, Rosie's fire was lit, and she was ready to start her day doing her usual piloting duties at Knapford Station. When Rosie arrived at the station, she noticed that some of the coaches were already in the platform. She wondered, who did this? This is my job. Don't tell me that Gordon and the other engines fetched their own coaches, thought Rosie to herself. Just as she finished her thoughts, she saw 3 coaches being marshaled into Platform 1, where the Express is. But to her shock, she saw a bright orange tank engine moving the coaches into the platform. She had never seen this engine before and was curious to know who she was. Rosie moved closer to get a closer look at the engine. The engine was soon uncoupled from the coaches and caught Rosie staring at her. "Oh, hello. My name is Nia. Who are you?" said the bright orange tank engine. "I'm Rosie," Nice to meet you, said Rosie, confused. What are you doing here? So you're the Rosie I heard about. You're the one that's supposed to be showing me how to shunt today. Well, I'm eager to learn, said Nia. And indeed you are, said the Fat Controller. Rosie, this is Nia. She's a tank engine that I purchased from a railway in Kenya. Her railway had closed down, so I decided to give her a new home here. I hope that you will make her feel welcome, said the Fat Controller. Sure, sir. I definitely will, said Rosie. Good. I want you to show her how to shunt the coaches into the platform and show her how to be a good station pilot, said the Fat Controller. Sure, sir. I'm eager to. And Rosie soon had chuffed away to get started. Soon, Rosie was showing Nia how to properly shunt the coaches into the platform and warned her not to bump the coaches because they would not like that. Nia was a natural learner and she did well for her first try. You shunt very well, said Rosie. Well, I did shunt cars in the mines when I worked in Kenya, so I just basically applied what I did there to here. And applied you did. You're doing a very good job. Thank you, said Nia. And they soon chuffed off to finish the next lesson. Soon, Gordon returned with a wild nor'wester from Barrow and Furness, and had parked the coaches into the platform. So when Gordon brings the express back, started Rosie, the last coach on his train is the coach that gets attached to Thomas's train that he takes on his branch line. So I want you to go grab that coach and shunt it into platform 3. I see. Very simple, said Nia, and she soon set off. Nia soon brought the coach into the platform, safe and secure. Soon, Thomas arrived to collect his special coach. And with a toot of his whistle, he left for the branch line. Later, the Fat Controller arrived to see Nia. You've done a good job, Nia. Rosie has informed me of your progress today, and I can say that you have adjusted well to the railway. Thank you, sir. I aim to please. I only want to be very useful, and indeed you have proven. I think you are ready to become the station pilot for Knapford Station. But that's Rosie's job, said Nia. I have other plans for Rosie. Now, have a good night. I must go to get my tea and biscuits. And the Fat Controller walked away. Nia felt saddened by what the Fat Controller just told her. She felt like that she was replacing Rosie in a negative way. Nia could not help but feel very sad. And she chuffed sadly away to go to the sheds. The next morning, Rosie was taking on water when Nia chuffed up next to her. Good morning, Nia. How are you? Said Rosie. I'm doing good, said Nia, even though she clearly wasn't. Rosie soon picked up on this. Are you sure? You don't look okay. I assure you, I'm fine. Well, I must get to work, said Nia as she chuffed away. Throughout the whole day, Nia felt guilty. She felt like that she replaced the only friend that she had made on this island. And it began to mess with her throughout the day. She accidentally shunted Thomas's coaches into the express platform, but she didn't even notice due to the fact that she was distracted. And she chuffed away without realizing. Soon, Gordon arrived in the station and buffered up to Annie and Clarabelle. He soon realized something was wrong. "What on earth?" said Gordon. "This isn't the express. What is going on here?" Rosie soon chuffed up after she heard the commotion. "What's going on, Gordon?" said Rosie. "Somebody shunted these coaches in the wrong platform. Did you do this?" "No, I know your express goes in platform 1. "Well, whoever did it is incompetent," said Gordon. "I think I might know who did it." "Oh, I apologize," said Nia, rolling up. "Oh, so you're the new shunter. Well, I guess since you are new, I should be more compassionate about it. It's all right. But remember, the express arrives in platform 1, which is the train I take. These coaches go on platform 2. These are Thomas's." "It's all right. I'll move them into the next platform," said Gordon, as he moved Annie and Clarabelle. Nia soon brought the express coaches back into the platform, but there was trouble. The points weren't sent correctly, but Nia didn't realize this when she was moving the coaches in. There was a goods train in the siding, but Nia didn't realize this. So without even paying attention, she slammed the coaches into the goods train, derailing them in the siding. "Oh no, what have I done?" said Nia. She was super embarrassed. "Great Scott, Nia, are you all right?" said Gordon. "No, I haven't been all right at all. Ever since yesterday when Fat Controller told me that I might be becoming the station pilot of this station here." "Why? That's a grand promotion. Being the station pilot of one of the well-known stations on this island." "I know, it's a good job opportunity, but I'm replacing Rosie, and I doubt she knows about it, but when she finds out, she's going to be super upset, and I don't want to lose her as a friend. She was so friendly to me when I arrived, and I don't want to ruin that." "Ruin what?" said Rosie, chuffing up to the station. "Rosie, after we finished shunting Thomas's special coach, the Fat Controller had walked up to me and told me that I would be the new station pilot of this station, and I didn't know how to feel about that because I thought I would be replacing you, and I didn't want to do that because you seem to love this job very much," said Nia. Rosie wanted to laugh, but she understood that it wouldn't fit the situation. "Yes, you are replacing me, but I'm actually getting a promotion," said Rosie. "Really?" said Nia. "Yes, today is my last day working as a shunting pilot, because tomorrow I will be working on Thomas's branch line with Thomas, Percy, Toby, and Daisy. I've always wanted to work on the Farquhar. It's a very nice place," said Rosie. "Well, don't I feel silly?" said Nia. "Living on this island," spoke up Gordon, "you will feel silly," said Gordon again. "I remember one time I didn't want to take a goods train and I slid into a ditch," laughed Gordon. Don't worry, Nia. I will get the crane and help you out." And Rosie soon chuffed away to get the breakdown crane. Soon the mess was cleaned up, and Gordon left on time with his express. After the mess was cleaned up and Gordon left with the express, Rosie spoke to Nia. "I'm sorry for not telling you what was wrong," said Nia. "I just didn't want to damage our new-formed friendship." Rosie soon spoke up. "Oh, Nia, you gotta understand. Friendships are like accidents. They may happen, but when they are broken, they can always be fixed. And besides, in this case, the friendship was not broken. We are one big family on this island, and soon you will realize that." "Thank you," said Nia, and the two engines became friends immediately. Now Nia works as the new official station pilot of Knapford Station. She does the job very well. A lot of the passengers call her Rosie Jr. due to the fact of how well she shunts the coaches. But it really shows what happens when you have a good teacher helping you along the way. Working as the station pilot, she has got to meet some of the other engines that live on the island of Sodor, even some from different countries as well. But that's a story for another day. What about Rosie? She works on the Farquhar branch now, towards the line that stretches between the quarry and Toby's old shed. She mainly spends her time taking trains from the quarry to the harbor. It is a good step up for her, and she is very happy of her new life on Thomas's branch line. And on some days, when Thomas is busy, she even runs his passenger service, which is something Rosie has always wanted to do. But the important thing is that she gets along well with the Farquhar engines, and they soon welcomed her in open arms. To this day, Nia and Rosie are good friends, and they often see each other when Rosie brings Thomas's train to Knapford. But the only thing Nia needs to realize is that sometimes you need to be honest with your friends, and everything will be easier. What do you think?